The Shredder finally makes his move in these last issues. Let's see how Naruto and the Turtles respond. Let's get to it. To start off issue 3, Team 7 and the Turtles are on the rooftops of Big Apple Village. It seems the Turtles took the long way so Team 7 could get a full view of the village. Naruto is amazed by the sights, the lights, and the overall scenery. The Turtles jump off the rooftop and tell Team 7 to follow them. Mikey reminds them of the catchphrase he taught them, and we get a panel of all of them except Sasuke yelling Cowabunga. To be honest, it fits Sasuke's character to be the only one not saying it. It would have been weird and totally out of character if he did. Can you guys and girls seriously imagine Sasuke yelling Cowabunga in an exciting tone? Yeah, didn't think so either. Instead, Sasuke asks about dinner. Raph notices he's straight to the point and he respects that. Sasuke is reassured that it won't be long until they get pizza. They're not going to keep April and Splinter waiting. Kakashi then thanks the Turtles for the scenic detour, and Naruto agrees, comparing the view of the village to a second night sky. It may seem all good and dandy, but that's the problem with Big Apple Village. It looks beautiful from a distance, but is rotten at its core. The group witnesses the few foot ninjas threatening some civilians, and the Turtles jump into action while Team 7 stays back on the rooftop. Naruto admits he feels lazy just standing around while the Turtles handle it. He feels like they should at least do something. Sasuke guesses they don't need to get involved, and Kakashi tells him he's right, the Turtles have it handled. Once the coast is clear, the group heads into the restaurant for some pizza. Naruto hopes the pizza costs the same as ramen since he wants to treat the Turtles for hosting them. He's suddenly hit with the smell of pizza and is instantly amazed. The cook hands Leo a stack of pizzas and lets Naruto pay for them. Shoot, with all those pizzas, that's gonna be $70 to $120 in today's money. After they leave the restaurant, Sasuke is both confused and impressed that they got all that pizza just for fighting crime. Okay, that lets me know they got a huge discount as a thank you for their heroics. Otherwise, I don't even know if Naruto could afford all that. The group heads down to the sewers to avoid too much attention from the public. They don't want another run-in with the Foot Ninjas. Funny enough, they have no idea what's waiting for them at the Turtle Lair. The scene cuts to the Foot Clan castle, with Shredder has both Splinter and April trapped. Shredder commences Mutant Fox Alopex with finding the Turtles' lair, and Baxter Stockman's scroll. Oh, so she does have a name. I was about to make one up for her. However, Shredder admits he was disappointed that Alopex didn't meet his expectations as a proper Foot Clan asset, but she still has her uses. Splinter grits his teeth and tells Shredder that he rules by fear, using power he stole from Hamato Yoshi, and he has the nerve to belittle a child. Splinter calls him a disgrace. In response, Shredder doesn't show the slightest care in the world for what Splinter just said, and simply tells him not to interrupt. April pleads with him to wait, trying to stall by asking why he kidnapped them in the first place. Was it to use her to decipher Stockman's scroll, or to lure out the Turtles? Because he hasn't done either yet. Shredder knows she's stalling, but he humors her anyway. He reveals that they're bait, plain and simple, to lure out the Turtles. As for Stockman's scroll, he pulls it out and slices it open, revealing another capsule of ooze. Seeing the final batch of ooze in Shredder's hands, April can't help but feel a bit of guilt. She starts to believe that Big Apple Village being in danger might be her fault, but Shredder quickly shuts her down, telling her she's not nearly as important as she thinks she is. She was just a mule. While Stockman was nothing more than a bug, he has no intention of releasing the ooze across the entire village. No, he plans to test his true power on one final, worthy recipient. Most likely himself. We cut back to the Turtles and Team 7 now back in the lair, and they're shocked to find the entire place trashed. They realize the Shredder has finally found them and taken April and Splinter. Naruto blames himself as well as the rest of Team 7 for what happened, but Leo stops him, telling him it's not their fault. He admits Sasuke was right. Sooner or later, the Turtles wouldn't be able to hide from the Shredder forever. But now, one thing has changed. There's nowhere the Shredder can hide from them. Back at the Foot Clan castle, Shredder commands his Foot Ninjas to line up before him. He pours the ooze onto each of them, declaring that this is their final test after passing every trial, and they should be honored. In no time, the Foot Ninjas mutate into giant mutants. Alopex watches in horror, asking if this is what it means to be a mutant, to be a monster. Splinter assures her it's not. He tells her that while there's much in life they don't get to choose, their mutations gave them the power to decide their future. He and the Turtles are living proof of that. He finishes with a question: what will her future be now? Shredder orders his new mutant Foot Ninjas to rise, and his first command is to eliminate Alopex. But before they can strike, the Turtles and Team 7 arrive to save April and Splinter. Shredder responds by ordering his mutant Foot Ninjas to attack. What follows is a series of epic tag team battles. Each turtle pairs up with a member of Team 7 to take down a mutant. First up is Raph with Sakura to face the first mutant. She quickly sees firsthand what happens when humans are exposed to ooze. The mutant is tough, but Raph comes up with a plan. He tells Sakura to throw him at the enemy, calling the move the Cherry Blossom Shell Smash. Next, Leo and Kakashi take on another mutant. Kakashi unleashes his Chidori, while Leo slashes with his katana. Together, they create a combo attack called the Lightning Katana. Donnie and Sasuke handle the third mutant by combining Sharingan precision with bow staff combat, calling their move the Sharingan staff. Finally, Naruto and Mikey take out the last mutant with a chaotic combo, the Uzu Mikey Angelo barrage. Shredder is the only obstacle left standing. The group gathers and Leo tells him that he lost. However, Shredder doesn't show any sign of giving up and drinks what's left of the ooze, transforming himself into, let's call him Mutant Shredder, ending off issue 3. So now we're moving on to issue 4, and this is the last issue of this story. So we start off issue 4 with Team 7 and the Turtles launching an all-out attack on Mutant Shredder, but it doesn't seem to phase them. Alopex quickly frees April and Splinter as everything begins collapsing around them. Splinter assumes she's had a change of heart, but Alopex denies it, saying she's doing what it takes to survive. Personally, I think that's cap, but let's move on and get back to the fight. Everyone is recovering from the beatdown Shredder gave them. Naruto calls him a monster, and Kurama speaks up from within, saying Shredder isn't the only monster around. He tells Naruto to release him and find out which monster is stronger. And I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to see a fight between Kurama and Shredder, but let's be real, that fight would be way too easy for Kurama and would take away the tension in the story real quick. Instead, Naruto comes up with a different idea. He taps into a piece of Kurama's chakra to aid in the fight, without fully losing control. He makes his decision. He's going to protect his friends. And Shredder scoffs at what Naruto just said about friendship, and then of course goes into a stereotypical villain monologue. He recounts his past, how he was born alone, weak, and helpless in the gutters of Big Apple Village, which led him to forge his own path against fate and take whatever he wanted. Now with the power of the ooze, he believes nothing can stop him. Naruto calls him out, saying those are the dumbest bunch of excuses he's ever heard. He reminds him that a lot of people are born alone, but nobody survives without some help from others. We then see an image of Naruto eating ramen with Iruka Sensei to prove his point. He tells Shredder that he stole his power and used it to play ninja while preying on others to satisfy his own selfishness. Worst of all, Shredder betrayed Hamato Yoshi, his own teacher who treated him like family, just to get that stolen power. Naruto says he can't forgive that. He summons the Shadow Clones and prepares a strike, saying that if he can't protect his friends in Big Apple Village, he could never become a Hokage. He's willing to put his life on the line for that dream. The Turtles rise up and charge at Shredder alongside Naruto. Mikey yells that Naruto never goes back on his word, and Leo finishes the line, "That's his ninja way." The Turtles shout their ninja way as they give Shredder a serious beatdown. They fight for their family, their friends, and for Big Apple Village, a place where everyone deserves to live in peace. But even with all that damage they dealt, it's still not enough. Shredder refuses to go down. That's when they come up with a plan to hit him harder. The whole group hops on a platform that Sakura lifts with her strength, and as she throws the platform, Sasuke and Kakashi strike Shredder with dual Chidori attacks, stunning him. The Turtles and Naruto follow up immediately, hitting him with everything they've got. Still, Shredder is somehow standing. This next part is really cool, as Naruto channels Kurama's chakra into a Rasengan for one final blow. With Team 7 and the Turtles backing him, they launch the ultimate group attack. April and Splinter watch, stunned, as they never seen a move like this before. Naruto calls it the half-shell Rasengan spiral spear. Everyone pours with a little energy they have left into the final strike, landing a devastating blow that finally brings Shredder down. All that's left is Shredder's helmet. Kakashi can still sense traces of Shredder's chakra, but the Turtles aren't worried. If Shredder ever comes back, they'll be ready. For now, all that matters is reuniting with Master Splinter. April, meanwhile, recorded the entire fight and can't wait to run a story on the fall of the Foot Clan. Splinter doesn't forget about Alopex and offers her a place to stay with him and the Turtles. Raph agrees, adding that she's got to help clean up the lair since she led the Foot Clan there in the first place. Leo jumps in. He's kidding, but yeah, you should help out a bit. Kakashi suggests it's time for Team 7 to return to the Hidden Leaf Village and report to Lady Tsunade about their mission, but Mikey stops them. They've got one more thing to do first. On the final page, we see everyone gathered around a table, eating pizza together to celebrate their victory, and just like that, the story of the TMNT and Naruto crossover comes to a close, with full bellies, full hearts, and one unforgettable day behind them. Now moving on to my personal thoughts about the story. The miniseries was good. I love the interactions between Team 7 and the Turtles, especially between Naruto and Mikey. I'm just disappointed we didn't get to see the Turtles perform any jutsu in the last fight. To me, it seems like the writer forgot that Splinter performed the lightning style jutsu back in the first issue, and it just was never brought up again. It would have been very cool if each turtle had a different style of jutsu that suits them. Would have loved to see Leo interact with Sasuke more and talk about their points of views when it comes to brotherhood and Leo's reaction to what Itachi did. But I guess it had to be as kid-friendly as possible since this miniseries screams like it's for preteens or early teenagers. It can't be as mature as we would like. As far as Splinter and Kakashi, it would have been better if they had some more dialogue when it comes to teaching, their mentors, and basically raising kids all together. The Shredder is a Shredder. I got not much else to say about him despite all the talk. He's always going to get his ass whooped one way or another. It just is what it is. Now what would have been cool is if he teamed up with the Orochimaru. Them working together and what they could have done with the ooze would have been diabolical, and a bigger challenge for Team 7 and the Turtles that I can see. I hope there will be a sequel to this in the future. future. I want to see what the possibilities can be for TMNT within the world of Naruto. But besides all that, if you were entertained, thought it was educational, like what I said, or all the above, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment, turn on post notifications, especially if you're a new viewer. If you want to support the channel even more, my links will be down in the description box below, and I'll talk to you guys and girls later. Peace.